Previously on Gearz.
Again. Anyway, so listen, we've got a great show lined up, and to start us off here this afternoon, he's been a guest here a couple of times. He had I thought, a terrific race over the weekend in Qatar in Moto 3. But he's telling me off air that things were slightly different. Of course, it is the one and only Brad Binder. He's changed your Twitter handle.
Yeah, I had a little issue there.
Why?
So, I don't know, to be honest, can't really say.
Oh, really?
But it's disappeared, so now I had to make up a new one.
Okay, so he's got a new Twitter handle at 41 Brad Binder.
Yeah, that's it.
Used to be Brad Binder 41.
Yeah.
It seems as though there was a problem. So at 41 Brad Binder. Brad, great to see you again. Another year, another Moto 3 season. Let's start before we go into testing and how the races went. Is the pressure the same? Do you feel any different from the beginning of last year to the beginning of this year?
Well, to be honest, it hasn't really changed. After I got fourth place last year at Valencia in the last round, I got a ride in the CEV after that, and I went to the CEV for my new team I'm riding for this year, and I managed to win it. So then, my confidence was really up, And other than that, I expected to do a lot better, and unfortunately, I haven't at this stage. So
it's only the first race. Okay, you're racing for the Ambrogio Next team, Italian-based outfit, which can only be rather complicated to deal with the Italians, as we all know. But you had a great pre-season. I mean, besides Valencia last year, it was a great way to end the season. Then you had a great pre-season testing. I mean, we were watching you, and every day we would be getting updates on when you were testing. You really looked solid. The bike looked good, and you were putting in some spectacular times.
Yeah, in testing, my bike was on rails there. Everything just felt so good. I'm loving the Suter Honda at this stage.
So now you finish all of the testing, you get to Qatar, a dusty circuit, we always know, doesn't get used too much. It must have been quite difficult from practice through qualifying and then, of course, the race.
Well, when it stood, the first 2-3 practices went quite well for me. I think I was 7th again, or 7th or 8th. So from then on, the race was going well. I expected to have a good race, obviously. And then, we made a few little changes to the bike, and for some reason, as soon as qualifying came, I kept losing a front. So after about the 10th time that you've lost the front in a few laps, your confidence goes down a lot. So,
sure.
Yeah, I battled a little bit in qualifying. Only qualified 17th. So yeah, that was quite a disaster.
But then, I mean, coming into the race, I mean, after qualifying, you guys are allowed to adjust your bikes again?
Yeah, it's not a problem. So
okay.
When we came in, the team tried new settings and we got it a little bit better. It still wasn't perfect, but I think we got a good base to work from now.
But now you're telling me you're lacking horsepower.
Yeah,
which is strange. I mean, in pre-season testing, you were really right up there in terms of times, in terms of speed traps and those kind of things. All of a sudden, you lose horsepower. Is it Qatar, or is there something changed in the bike?
The KTM has a little bit more top speed than the Honda. But usually what would happen is the Honda could accelerate quicker, so it would even out at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I think at Qatar, with there being such a long straight, the KTM's killed us down the straights. And I just had to work so much harder in the corners. I think I was definitely losing about a second, 1.5 seconds just down the main straight.
Jeez.
So not so good.
Yeah, no, that's a long way. But now you finished 12th.
Yeah, 12th.
Right with your teammate.
Yeah. Me and Danny, we've been working before the start of the season, we spent 3 months in Spain with the personal trainer, just training, getting everything ready. So we are exactly the same. So we together in every practice session, every qualifying. So me and Danny, we stuck together like glue lately.
Okay, and I mean, you were on a bike that was suffering with straight line speed and that kind of stuff. So I mean, you must have been doing something right. I mean, it bodes well for the future as long as you can get maybe setup or more power out of the engine. Are you guys allowed to play with the engines?
How it works is when Honda give you the engine, it's sealed. But I'm sure there are a few things that the teams can do.
Okay.
But what I think makes the biggest difference is the electronics. I think Honda could maybe come and say, "Oh, here we go. Here's a map."
Yeah, some tricks.
Yeah, I think they could, but I mean, I can't really say.
You got to ask. Brad, the worst anyone can say is no, hey?
Yeah, no, exactly.
You just got to go there and say, that ECU on there is, pass it on over here. We just want to check it somewhere.
Swing it this side.
Daisy, jump in any time, eh? Because I know it's your sport.
No, I'm just listening, thanks.
Jump in any time, eh? Okay, seriously. But listen, the thing about it is, I suppose a little bit despondent because you had a great preseason testing. You didn't get the sort of race that you wanted in Qatar, but you must still have the confidence. I mean, considering the preseason testing's got to tell you something.
Oh yeah, even in the race at Qatar, when I could see how, when it comes to section with the corners, I was fastest in sector 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's only corners. So, like when I ride behind the people, I can catch him so much in the corners. So that is a really good sign. So I think once you get to a track where there's not so much top speed, I think I can pull a good result out.
Well, your next one is Austin, Texas, the Formula One circuit. Trying to think, they got one long straight, quite a long straight there, but it's a magnificent track. It's first time for all of you guys, Moto3, Moto2, and MotoGP.
Yeah, just watching from the F1, it looks pretty sick.
Yeah, I know.
I'm super keen to get there.
No, that is going to be. But now, why did you come back home to Joburg or to South Africa? I mean, you were in Qatar. Is it just because it's too much of a gap?
Oh, well, I came home for a week before Qatar.
Yeah.
So my team, they book all my flights. So I just basically asked them if it was possible to fly me back to South Africa. It's always nice to come home. So
yeah, I know, I'm sure.
Yeah, I came home for a week now, and then I go to America, and then come home for another week. So, yeah.
So now, while you were racing or qualifying, your brother was doing some business down in Aldo Scribante. Must be pretty proud of him.
Yeah, the little boot. He took my bike, my 600,
yeah,
and he went to do the national. He had never raced a 600 before, or done a national.
Or done Aldo Scribante.
Yeah, all the tracks. So, yeah, really well done to my little brother. Really proud of him.
Which is awesome. And just finding out now he's going to be with you in the States.
Yeah, my brother's doing Red Bull Rookies Cup this year.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I did 3 years before now.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's basically what that series is. It's the easiest way to try to get into MotoGP.
Of course. Now, what size engines do they race in the Red Bull Rookies?
This year, they're using KTM Moto3s.
Okay, so similar bike to yours?
Yeah.
Same CC?
Yeah, same CC, just I think they probably detuned a little bit.
Okay, so he's got to get from a 600 onto, what, a 125?
250 four-stroke.
Whoa. Okay, good luck to your butt. Hope he doesn't break any arms or anything, because he's just come out of plaster as well.
Yeah, hopefully not.
So, Brad, listen, first race is down and dusted. Before the season started, what has been your goal? What have you wanted to achieve this year?
Well, I tell everybody top 10s, but in my head, honestly, it's top 5 and podiums.
Okay.
But I'm going to just go out there from now on and just ride the wheels off the thing.
Yeah.
Try to get as far up as I can.
And what is the team's expectations of you? I mean, because I'm surely you sit there and go, okay, I'd like to get top 10s, top 5s, podiums, etc., etc. What does the team sit there and expect of Brad Binder?
Well, when I signed up with this team for this year, they were expecting a rider to run between 20th and 15th, basically. So
okay.
Yeah, so I don't really have any pressure from the team side. So it's just basically my own pressure.
All right. Well,
yeah.
You've already achieved the first race, top 15.
Yeah, now that I think about it, it's not really too bad of a way to start the season. At least I'm on the mark. I got a few points. Better start than last year.
Exactly, much better start. But also, it's an incredibly competitive field. I mean, we sit here and watch it on TV, and I mean, you guys are going flat out, and you on each other the whole way around. I mean, it's incredibly intense.
Yeah, Moto3 is, I think, it's probably one of the closest forms of motorsport there is.
No, it is. It's exceptional. You guys are all sort of at the same sort of level of riding. How much faith and trust do you have to? I mean, because it's not as though you got brake lights or you got brake lights. So I mean, when you're getting into corners and you're sitting there and you know where your brake marker is and you ride on somebody, you just got to hope that they brake at the same time.
One thing that you kind of got to learn is you got to learn to know the other riders, because some of them. They'll knock you off, no problem. They don't mind. but other guys, they really, they're clean, they're fair.
Yeah.
So you just got to really learn how each rider is, and then remember it when it comes to the race.
That's for sure. When you finish your race, for example, you finish in Qatar, do you have the opportunity to stick around to watch Moto2, to watch MotoGP?
Well, most times we can, but like I came home straight after the race this last time.
Okay.
I went straight to the airport after my race, and I was already on the plane by the time MotoGP came on.
Okay, so you missed a great drive from Rossi.
Oh, Rossi. I want him to do so well this year.
Well, the scary thing about it is Moto3 and Moto2, when you watch them, I mean, they're just magnificent. But they don't really have the big names yet. You got to progress from Moto3, then Brad Binder gets to Moto2, and then he's in MotoGP, then everyone goes, oh, Brad Binder, here we go. But Rossi, it's amazing. Without him being competitive, MotoGP it's like,
Yeah, I know, without Rossi, it's boring.
It is.
I mean, now that he's back on Yamaha, every session I sit there, I'm like, come on.
No, he had a great. I mean, listen, Jorge was gone, but I mean, a terrific fight back from Valentino Rossi. There was one question I wanted to ask, and I'm sure it applies. Technical question across Moto3, 2, and MotoGP. If you finish, when you finish a race, are you required to have any fuel in your fuel tank?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a question that's popped up a lot lately, But I think the rule is, I think it's 1 liter. But now with Rossi running out of fuel, and I'm pretty sure nothing was done about it. So I don't know if the rules maybe doesn't apply in MotoGP, but it definitely applies in Moto3.
So it does apply in Moto3?
Okay. Well, I'm almost 100% sure.
All right. Because, I mean, listen, 1 liter of fuel, I mean, your tank's only 15, 20 liters.
Yeah,
that's a lot of fuel just to have in Formula One. They have to have one liter of fuel. I know that. But I was interested to find out whether or not there is a fuel sample that has to be taken. I know 5 minutes before they take a fuel sample in MotoGP, and then there afterwards it goes. But I'm not too sure about the end. But I'm sure we'll get some clarification. So now, how long are you? When do you leave for the States? Because it's about a 4-day flight, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I leave on Tuesday.
Okay.
I got a 16-hour flight direct to Atlanta, and then I connect to Austin.
Okay.
Yeah.
And before that time, do you try and get into American mode? So, try and adjust your clock or your watch and try and so that when you get over there, the jet lag's not too bad.
Well, to be honest, I haven't thought of that, but it's a good plan.
See, I should become your mentor.
I'm telling you.
Take a day or whatever, adjust your clock and then sleep at the wrong time and wake up at different times or whatever. Because, I mean, that jet lag because you guys haven't been to the States.
Not this year yet. No.
Okay, not this year. But I mean, you've been there before.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean, you're sort of used to it. But, I mean, jet lag can really be a pain.
Oh, jet lag is horrible. I hate it. It's the worst part of racing, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I recommend that the day before, adjust your clock to Austin time, and then from there, just try and get it right, so that when you're on the plane, you have to stay up, watch a movie, etc., etc.
I know, that's a real good plan.
It's a good plan.
Gonna do that.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, Brad, listen, it's always great to see you. And hopefully listen, every time you come back to SA, you're always welcome to come in here. And then hopefully you'll come with a trophy next time.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Do you get to keep your trophies?
Yeah, I get to keep a trophy.
Okay.
And a champagne bottle.
Nothing.
Oh, no, actually, I won't get one. Not old enough yet.
Not old enough. Well, they'll maybe give you the bottle. They just won't let you open it.
Oh, well, I hope so, actually.
But listen, hopefully next time you come, I mean, you got quite a hectic season ahead of you. What are your plans after the States? Are you going to? When is the next time you're going to sort to be back in SA?
Straight after America, I'll come back.
Okay, come back again.
When I head through to Ereth, I'll stay there until July.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you got to bring us back a trophy next weekend then.
Hey, I hope so. Hey? Honestly, I hope so.
Yeah, bring us back a trophy after Austin, Texas, and then then you can bring like a whole lot of them after you come back from Europe.
Okay, well, I'll make that my game plan.
Yeah,
you can bring the champagne too. Sasha and I will gladly.
We'll gladly drink the champagne on your behalf.
It's a deal.
It's a deal. Brad, we wish you all of the great success. I mean, we follow you on Twitter, and we try and make sure everybody's behind you as well. But they speak very highly of you, by the way, because I know you racing. But the commentators always pick up where you are and mention you quite favorably. So it's also good news.
Yeah, so hopefully I can pull something out the bag and be up front. So
there we go.
I hope.
You never know. You never know. Maybe you'll be up there I hope they've got the South African national anthem.
Well, hey, the weirdest thing is when I won a race in Rookies Cup, and they played some anthem, but it was not the South African anthem.
Well, you know what? I think before you go, burn a copy on a CD. That's confidence. Burn a copy on a CD, adjust your watch, get over there, and then walk up to who's in charge, Dorna.
Yeah, go to
Mr.
Dorna.
Esperanza or whatever.
Yeah.
Go up to him and say to him, here's the national anthem for when I win Moto 3.
Listen, but
Yeah.
you're going to have to play this then.
Start playing it. Brad, it's always great to see you, and we wish you all of the great success. Be safe, but be fast.
Lekker, thank you very much.
All right, there we go. Brad Binder on his way to Austin, Texas. Of course, MotoGP, it'll be next weekend. And, of course, all of the coverage will be on Supersport as well. So don't miss out on Moto 3.
Weekdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Central African Time.
Beautiful.
Gearz with Sasha Martinengo on bulls.co.za.